you ever want to trade tactics, I'm always ready. Cold beer after a hard day's work. Nothing like it.
Out of the frying pan, eat this! I'll protect us! Nice! Stand clear! Stand clear!
To ashes!
Booba, get them! Absorption test.
Not bad.
Yeah. Goober. Huh? It only takes us up to here. Aw, if that wind current was strong. Huh? Why? Or. Oh, Paimon gets it! If it was a secret, Ganyu wouldn't have let us try to find it ourselves, right? Alright, let's follow your plan. Then we. Oh, hang on a moment. Looks like we've gotten close to the Guizhong Ballista. Why don't we shoot you up to the Jade Chamber using... no. Oh, that's right. Now that you mention it, we could use the Guizhong Ballista. I just need a moment to quickly take down some notes.
Để anh từ chối anh nghe.
Who trespasses on these hallowed grounds?
Exactly. What are you talking about? We're invited guests. No. Wait. Maybe she pretended to invite us to the Jade Chamber, but... no.
What? We're just on guard duty.
What nonsense! Seize these suspicious intruders at...
Well, here they... Let the show be...
Take this!
Who goes there? Take the target alive!
Animal test 6, stand clear. Animal hypostasis
Attack! Bested. Take the target alive.
Stand clear. Animal test 6308. Nice and spicy.
Attack!
Come on, we can do it.
Take this.
Swirl, lock, kick. Absorption.
Eyes on me!
Two arms!
Absorption test. Let's dance.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Stop! What's all this about?
Lady Coaching, these two strange people suddenly.
Who are you calling strange?
You want to go?
We're invited guests. Here to
Ồ,
look
cây
for the
quyên
little-
này.
Well, as it happens,
Oh,
I'm Kuching. The you. I know of you, traveler. You.
wow. Hi,
The Guizhong Ballista in Tianheng Pass has long been in disrepair. These Millilith are just here to guard the scene, not to arrest.
So this was all a misunderstanding.
Anyway, for a mortal to be able to repair it.
That was... Eh? Oh, right. So,
Just call me Kuching. I'd say that Ningguang's purpose is to.
we're not taking...
When you say protect, you're referring to their sanctum.
Huh?
You are mortals and thus under their protection. There was no way they would have regarded you as someone with the. Naturally, they would. I'll say it like it is.
Well, you've got to... Still, this is the first...
Should I respect? Forget it. I shouldn't. Either way, I will admit Rex Lapis's death isn't. How surprisingly civilized of them. Well, for Ningguang, the time of the Adepti has long passed. I'll stop here. You should both be off to the Jade. The cream of Li with.
Favor? But wait, that's right. Greeting...
All right. You can decide on your greeting gift. You didn't actually have to. Well then. May we meet again, traveler.
Well, that Yuheng may not respect the gods, but Paimon thinks she's a pretty cool... So, what should we give to Ning... Oh, right! Paimon dreamed of an... Paimon has a feeling that it would be... Why don't we go with that for a gift? With a certain boom shakalaka. Let's go gather and greet... you hear that? No, that was, uh-oh. I'll protect us!
There's no
Oh, nice and spicy!
Tenacious!
Thank you for your help.
I was...
I understand. Don't worry. Don't say that. I'm Meng Dan, a supplier for Mingxing Jewelry, and I never expected that those treasure hoarders would have their eyes on the same... Is there anything that you lack? Antiques, treasure?
Wait a moment.
Oh? And what might...
Do you have a box that can store presents?
Of course we do. How can one sell Now just give me a moment, and I'll let the boss know.
Great! I'm on sugar front.
Đồ mấy slime phủ đường mà có đầu heo.
Trong 15 giây sau khi địch vào khu vực đặc chế mãnh liệt.
Uncle Meng already told me that. Many of the best goods in our store were found by Uncle Meng. Here, this container is itself an antique, with at least a...
Yep. Hang on a moment.
Sure, please help.
Traveler, this clay pot looks really awesome. If we use an antique as our mixing bowl, it's done! You won it!
Oh, yes. You might want to use these too.
Woohoo! It looks beautiful! Great! Now that we've put all that we've got into this... According to Kuchi, excuse me,
Yes. How many would you...
it's not convenient to speak of...
Ah, well said. Please, use this to...
Yep.
And yet the code they used was not the one for guess, but for...
Liên quan.
I've been waiting for you.
It's Ningguang, since this is our...
Oh, for me. This palace floats in the skies, higher than the peak of any mountain. From this bench, I have been gathering the funds necessary to build it from the time I began learning the merchant's craft. And since becoming the Qianquan, I have spared no effort. At first, it was but the size of one room. Now, one day, I believe not many from outside Liyue own the right to ascend to the Jade Chamber. But I have been in correspondence with the acting Grandmaster of the Knights of Livonius, who spoke highly of you. As such, I have been putting up...
What?
only got one.
Wait,
Just everyone at Wongshu Inn is one of ours.
Chúng ta là hai người dân khác lạ.
Our eyes and ears are more than sufficient. You two are very interesting people. Well, I wouldn't expect you to I believe that you've heard of the Archon War. Many gods used to walk this earth. And many
Nhiều ma thần trên thế giới và cũng là những cuộc chiến kéo dài không hồi kết cho đến tận 2.000 năm trước. Trong thời kỳ ấy, các sinh vật lầm than và máu chảy không ngừng. Cuối cùng, đại lục Tây Bắc chỉ còn lại 7 người chiến thắng. Họ thành lập các vương quốc và thành bang trên đống đổ nát của kẻ bại trận. Bắt đầu thời đại của 7 vị thần. Các bạn đã đến cô Văn Cát chưa? Đó là không phải địa hình tự nhiên mà được tạo nên bởi những con giáo khổng lồ do đế quân ném xuống từ chiến tranh. Những ngọn giáo đá đế quân trấn áp các kẻ địch. Bại trận năm xưa, họ là những ma thần không giành được vị trí trong 7 vị thần. Ok. Không chỉ các ma thần sẽ chết mà 7 vị chấp chính trần thế cũng thay đổi trong 22.000 năm qua, 22.000 năm qua. Sự ra đi của đế quân thảm kịch khó tưởng đối với Liyue, nhưng trật tự của 7 vị thần cai trị Tây Bắc sẽ không sụp đổ bởi vì điều đó. Nhãn thần tiếp theo sớm muộn cũng sẽ xuất hiện, nhưng chúng tôi làm sao có thể chắc, làm sao có thể mua được đế quân? Khi đó, mối quan hệ của người Liyue và tiên nhân chắc chắn sẽ khác xưa. Ngay cả trong thời đại mới, thất tinh của những con dân của đế quân, tội danh sát hại đế quân, các bạn cho rằng chúng ta có thể làm điều đó? Tại sao mọi người phải giấu tên? Sự việc ngày hôm đó tại Ngọc Kinh Đài xảy ra chuyện quá đột ngột mà tôi không có sự chuẩn bị. Các bạn ở hiện trường chắc cũng thấy tất cả. Kẻ thù của thất tinh đang ẩm nấp ở cảng Liyue. Nếu chúng ta không hành động, chắc chắn sẽ bị đánh bại hoàn toàn. Nếu đọc nó đụng mà mệt.
What do you think, traveler? Well answered.
Chị đề nhá, chị đề là không sao, là chị đề nhá.
I've never seen such a fancy place before.
Be at ease, you two.
Can we really?
I have invited you two here as friends. Why, you've kept your ear to the ground, I see.
That's because even the storytellers are gathered.
That's because that wall records Leo's secrets. But the secrets, if possible, I'd like
Cái gì
to
sáng
have
sáng này đâu.
But if you were to choose the more trustworthy I originally thought her a bit too hard-headed. But after she said those words, the time of the Adepti has long
Nếu tất
passed.
cả thất tinh
If
như
even
đó
the
mà
Liyuechi seem
tương lai của
to
Liyue
believe
sẽ ra
that
sao?
truth, well,
Khiến
I
tôi có
must say
chút
that
lo
quite a
ngại.
few of my doubts have been dispelled. I won't deny that Rex Lapis's passing seems advantageous to us. But for Liyue's sake, we cannot allow ourselves to be shackled by rumors of indeed. It seems that I called for the gag order and for the exuviate. With Rex Lapis's death, the Fatui have busied themselves with many clandestine actions beyond their diplomatic remit. As the Tianchuan, allowing the rite of parting to take place was also meant to buy some time.
It's exactly as Jean-Lee said. The chasing only wait, that's right.
Of course.
Simon's heard that anyone who sends a greeting gift gets a little something in return.
Well, we have made quite a bit of trouble for you recently.
Yay! Paimon was one of the sheets on that wall. Don't look at Paimon like that. One of these sheets of paper will sell for crazy prices, even if it's only as large as Paimon's. Just imagine.
Phải lồ mà.
Let's grab one, the biggest one. Huh? Oh, that was an easy search. The biggest sheet is right up there in the... There's a book marked with a circle on it. Sigil of permission, something, something, Victorian research. That doesn't sound like... This piece of paper shows that a cheating spy... Kwang did say that the Fatui have been up to put research on the Sigil of Permission. Speaking of which, there's also some connection between you and the Sigil of Permission. Well, should we... Oh, so you're saying that it's That's way out of Paimon's league. Paimon thinks she's been nothing but good to us. Anyway, we'll see. Before we look for Zhongli at Dihua Marsh, let's go to...
Đang còn chờ này trước rồi. Đau. Oh shit. Kệ nhỏ. À, thằng này chơi xuống nước.
Cần bên nhau như những ngày ấy, anh sẽ cùng em đi hết tháng ngày. Dù chờ ngàn năm anh vẫn ở đây, dù anh đã cố gắng nghĩ đến em. Rồi trong nhân gian bao nhiêu người đến, thanh xuân này anh chỉ muốn đến em. Dìu nhau đi qua những con phố dài, chỉ yêu đôi ta chẳng biết đúng sai. Vì sao
Right on time. Did you enjoy your visit? Indeed. It's second to none in all of Liyue. Then you met with Ningguang, I trust?
She's super rich and so generous. Yeah, her take on Ningguang is quite different from Paimon's.
Oh. So you...
She said the time of the Adepti has long passed.
Indeed, contrary to the ever-bold Keqing, Ningguang is, although she's friendly, there's no way of clearly discerning her. Yes, she has only relied on herself to rise to her current position. No, it's said that she's the one behind...
The Jade Chamber is only second. What's the most important thing to her then?
Why, Mora, of course.
All Ningguang talked about...
That is how the Fatui have always been. No matter what they may be.
So, is there anything we need to get for the rite of...
Yes, as a matter of fact, there is.
Glaze lilies? Well, why did we come all the way out here? Doesn't the garden in Yujing Terrace... Oh, right! Paimon remembers that Madame Ping is always...
No. Those Dihua Marsh used to be full of glaze lilies. It is a sort of joy before the Archon War. Dihua... Of course, there are some kinds of flowers that have been preserved in garden. Wild glaze lilies have the strongest fragrance. But I'll need your assistance in gathering these flowers. That's correct.
So how good is your singing? Really?
We'll only know once she starts singing.
Ủa, tiên, thân tay đến. Trốn mẹ luôn.
It's time to sing. Whenever you're ready.
Da 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 da.
What happened? These flowers are jumping. They look really angry. Is it because you sang a song for Mondstadt that they don't understand Carolina? Those weren't glaze lilies. Glaze lilies wouldn't hit people.
This little monster is no. The glaze lilies used as a disguise were buried with the whopper flower for too long. The results.
Well,
Unfortunately.
that's so lame.
Excuse me.
Tương mới.
Are you searching for glaze lilies?
Con này như giống cây chinh vậy.
Yongu? You have completely forgotten my name. Ah, that reminds me.
Well, it sure would have been better.
Didn't I tell you the way?
Nope, we found the way on our own.
Oh, I see. Uh-oh. I guess I really...
Something, she's acting different from the first.
Ah, well, I met you at that time as an emissary of the Tian
Ủa,
Trend.
con này như chị em sinh đôi với lại
Now,
cái
I
chinh
am
à.
simply out on a stroll to see the flower.
You came all the way out here.
Hai con đổi skill y chang nhau.
Terrace is where
Con này băng con kia
whenever
lôi.
my duties take me near. No, it's quite when the Archon War came to its end. Yes, the other 5, including Inazuma's ride of the current 7 Archons. This means that Liyue had been under Rex Lapis's rule from the moment it was first founded 30.
So what do you think of this?
Huh? This, as a mortal, I've never dared, but as an Adeptus, I think I will eventually come to grips with reality.
Huh?
Yes, I am a mix of human and Chilean. After the war ended, I signed a contract with Rex Lapis and took the position as, well, I also know where wild glaze lilies can be found.
We dare not.
Oh, so did you sing a song?
Indeed, I did. I know this
Wow, so you really know your...
No, it is you who I should be thanking. If not for this chance meeting, if you would excuse me, I should...
And that just about does it. Given the ease of picking glaze lilies,
Yeah, Paimon can already imagine him starting a business.
beginning a new undertaking is always difficult at first, and requires no small amount of effort. So you must be careful to take the time to stay.
Wow. See? Alright, I think it's about...
You're the consultant to the Millilists are watching our every move now. These are
Desperate times?
The Adepti of Joyun Karst are finally on the move.
Do they intend to exercise force?
Most likely. I've heard that some members of the Qixing have already gone to meet them. Well, I say meet. However, both sides were quite obstinate.
It seems inevitable.
The Adepti do not acknowledge the Qixing. They only acknowledge the contract.
Surely the Liu and Qixing are not...
Their boneheadedness is known throughout the lands. Yet...
And what now?
That's all Ningguang's doing. She proclaimed that in these tumultuous times, the Millilith must rein in the... Only now do they want to start keeping tabs on us? Anyway, Mr. Zhongli, you're one of Child's close associates. Please understand that your actions will reflect on us.
It looks like things are about to boil over in Liyue Harbor.
Do you intend to use your neutral identity as an intermediary between... Neither path is an...
Oh, by the way, Mr. Zhongli, we've heard that the Wangsheng funeral parlor has also been caught up in all of this.
Things are taking a turn for the worse. I'm afraid I must leave now to consider your next course of action carefully, traveler.
So what does Zhongli mean by looking for the fuse? Oh, Paimon gets it. If there's anyone that wants to see the whole city turned up, he must be waiting for the moment when no one is watching to do something. But where would he go at a time like this?
Em cho anh con tim sáng trao cho em. Impressive enough from the outside, but who would have guessed this is where all of Tabatsumora is minted, right? In that case, oh, so it's a trap! Tricky. Good thing Paimon's got you here. But even if we can't, or better yet, take a nap on top of a mountain of Mora. Oh, right, that it's quiet. Huh? Look! What happened here? Uh-oh. Quick! We have to go make...
You've already fulfilled your task as guides, so why...
Huh? Who's there?
If you were Fatui, I imagine that you would be entitled to a generous reward from the Tsaritsa herself. But now, you're nothing but dross, and you're... Although I'm deeply grateful to you that I would... Don't you think that trying to stop me now, which is stopping them...
So you've been planning to take...
As one of the 11 Fatui Harbingers, it's my duty to see the will of the Tsaritsa fulfilled. She will get that which she desires. I'm not at the time for discussion, and diplomacy has already passed. Either way, we now come the battle.
Battle? So you're the type that...
When Signora offended the deities outside the cathedral in Mondstadt, instead of confronting you directly, she chose to rely on when she faces a worthy opponent. She will prioritize her mission, but as for me, the greatest pleasure of being a harbinger lies in crossing blades with strong opponents.
We won't let what happened to...
Oh, besides, you could never defeat me, not even in your wildest dreams. Fighting talk, I love it. This chance is hard to come by, so show me all you've got. So very few ever get the chance to square off with the Fatui Harbinger. So come now, amuse me, and don't you dare disappoint. You're wide open.
Shadow Raven, let them... Ready, steady, go!
Cowering already?
Good.
Bắt đầu hả ta?
It's in progress. Guess I should take you more seriously. Good. No wonder Signora was so wary of you. Well, that just means I can go all out. Brace yourself.
Đâu có
This
lôi
is
ra.
about to get tough. Now, show me what you can do against the might of a harbinger.
I'll protect us! Alright, Camp, into the fire!
To ashes!
You've got some skills.
Mạnh đấy.
I'll protect us! Oz reveals one shall descend once again.
Something else catch your eye?
Chết rồi.
Skills.
Eyes on me!
No use hiding back there.
Tụi về. Ơi trời mình thua.
Not bad. Your swordsmanship is quite impressive. But that's about as far as you'll get. Didn't think you had that card hidden up your sleeve.
You were just playing us to get close to the Exuvia!
Oh, quiet down. Stop acting like some wide-eyed recruit. You've seen this world. You of all people should know. This should have been expected. Well then, I'll be taking Morax's Gnosis now. Huh? I see. Well, this is most unexpected. You beat me to it, didn't you?
Đủ biến hình. Uầy, ngầu nha. Đợi con này ra lấy con này hợp lý hơn.
Let the show be.
Từ đợi máu xíu.
Take it. Go, Barbara, go! I'll protect us by royal decree. To ashes.
As you wish, Ming.
Die
Summon.
here.
Go, Barbara.
Back at ya.
Take that. Oh, that. Go, Barbara, go. Yeah. Oh no! Why has everyone stopped singing? Crew, set sail for home.
Die here.
This realm is no home for a princess.
Không ổn rồi, không ổn rồi.
Wish me luck. In the name of the prince. Rise. Wow! It looked impressive enough. This is where all of Tibet's more. Oh, so it's a trap. But even if we or better yet, take a nap on. Oh, right. It's
Hợp lý nữa. Chuẩn bị cho thằng nào biết luôn. Hợp lý, hợp lý.
You've already fulfilled your task.
Huh? Who's there?
If you were Fatui, I imagine that you would be entitled to a generous reward from the Tsaritsa herself. But now, you're nothing but dross. Where, if it weren't for that lovely little rite of part... stopping...
So you've been planning to...
As one of the 11 Fatui Harbingers, she will get that which she desires. I'm not the time for discussion in either way. The battle. When Signora offended the deities outside the... Instead of confronting you directly, she chose to when she faces a worthy... But as for me, the greatest...
We won't let what happened in Mon...
Oh, so you... Besides, you could never... Fighting talk, I love... This chance is hard to come by, so show me all you've got. So very few ever get the chance to square off with a Fatui Harbinger. So come now, amuse me, and don't you dare disappoint. Not bad, not bad, not bad. You've got a trigger. Haha, good. No wonder Signora was so wary of you. Well, that just means I can go all out. Brace yourself. This is about to get tough. Now, show me what you can do against the might of a Harbinger. Reaching tide!
Orders given. Orders received.
My flame! You've got some skills. Got you.
Oh, right.
Not bad. Your swordsmanship is quite impressive. But that's about as far as you'll get. Didn't think you had that card hidden up your sleeve.
You were just playing us to get close to the Exuvia!
Oh, quiet down. Stop acting like some wide-eyed recruit. You've seen this world. You of all people should know. This should have been expected! Well then, I'll be taking Morax's Gnosis now! Huh? I see. Well, this is most unexpected. You beat me to it, didn't you?
Henshin.
You got to the gnosis ahead of me, didn't you? Did you simply move faster? Or did you leak the information before the golden house to me on purpose? No matter. Hand the gnosis over, now. Don't make me take it from you.
Where did we take it?
Night Phantasmagoria.
I summon thee! Oh, faster? I'm going in!
Summon you went.
Well then, it seems the burden of the foul legacy And now that I consider the matter more carefully, you had no connection to the Gnosis.
That's what we've been trying to tell you.
Your show of ability today far surpasses that of Senora's initial assessment of you in Mondstadt. You already know the answer, but if that is a secret you wish to keep, this battle has already left. Anyone who strives is up.
Pretty sure that's not the
Unfortunately, I'm given that the Gnosis wasn't taken by anyone. In fact, it might be that the...
What? So you mean that...
Yes, it appears. It seems that the guardian deity of the capital of commerce is all as such.
Backup plan?
I had hoped it would never come. The truth is, the world belongs to those of us who desire. Unfortunately, we cannot be picky about our methods as Fatui harbingers. Children must all learn to eat their vegetables sometime.
So what are you planning to do?
I will awaken the god that lies dormant.
A god?
Osial, overlord of the vortex, who was defeated by Morax, the If such an ancient god were to be unleashed upon, do you think the cunning Rex Lapis would just stand alone?
But the Archon War ended 2,000 years ago. How could an ancient god appear in a world now?
Simple. I've already prepared the means to awaken it.
Hey, those are sigils. Oh, Paimon remembers now. The Fatui have been raised.
Indeed. The one that was given to you was just a byproduct of our research. With the power of so many using the powers, but knowing that such an action...
Ồ.
Let's see. Will the nation that has lost its deity be swallowed up by an ancient malice once more? If you wish to drown together with the people of Lyra, you're free to stay and enjoy the show.
Huh? He's already gone. That guy is fast. What's going on?
Đẹp phải lòng.
Paimon's exhausted. If we hadn't happened to see the Jade Chamber flying, did we make it in time?
What are you doing here?
Huh? Hold on. It's the Adepti. What are you doing on the Jade Chamber? Paimon thought you were...
Faced with a calamity of such magnitude, we have a...
Oh, Paimon gets it. Just seeing this overlord...
It's not just you. We've got new Millilith recruit, which is why we must stop that monster before it gets any close.
So the Archon War was fought 2,000 years ago against enemies? So will the power of the Chising, Millelith, and Adepti gathered here...
We've already discussed this together, and
What? But all of you were supposed to be the guardians of
One certainly could.
Huh?
The Chising did once research the matter of the Guizhong Ballista when it piqued their fancy. And as fate would have it, for what could you mortals ever learn of Adepti mechanisms? Yet, it would take one, but a little
so be it. We shall use the upgraded Guizhong book. We haven't a moment to spare.
Yep.
Phải nhậu. Phải lùng ngầu.
The Fatui! They're attacking the Guizhong Ballista!
Ủa thằng Bập.
The three Adepti are manning the Guizhong Ballista. Do not let the Fatui disturb their work.
All able Millelith, with me!
Let's go help too!
We Adepti have not faced a god in several millennia. Let one see what you're made of then. What strength remains within you, one wishes to witness.
Let's move.
Retribution!
Looks like I went too far.
That is Osial's divine power. I am very familiar with it. Be careful not to get hit.
The Fatui! Their attacks are unrelenting!
How daring. Snezhnai's diplomats will answer for this afterward. Every last one.
The ancient god's attacking again! There are so many Fatui too! We can't look!
Were you about to say we can't hold them, children? Don't lose heart. Here, take this.
This is gentle energy! That light from your body, it's like the time in Julian Cars! Wow, it's Madame Ping's shockwave! This granny's really strong!
Don't be a killjoy. We've only just begun. Looks like I went too far.
luxury by the wayside and fight with all your might. I too did this during the Archon War.
So this is what Ganya's like in a fight!
My name means swiftness. Take my power and run as I do.
We're going too fast!
Go.
Child, you are strong in body and spirit. Perhaps you can withstand 3 forms of adeptal energy at once.
This will hurt a little. Please bear with us.
Once you've adapted, try to use them in battle.
Orders given. Orders received. Exercise caution. I fear that the god's power has reached its peak.
In other words, if we hold here, there's nothing worse to come, right?
Retribution!
Rise. Sacred name. Fortune. Teamwork is strength! Everybody stand back! By royal decree!
Looks like I stepped too far.
Orders given. Orders received. Go. Just midnight phantasmagoria!
The Fatui's numbers are thinning!
Fight on, comrades! Once we finish this lot off, the Adepti will be able to deal with the god in peace.
Ồ, đánh chết mẹ luôn. Giờ này tụi nó mới ra.
The interlopers are no more. Now we may commit ourselves fully.
It's working! We just need to keep this up!
Be careful now.
The Guizhong Ballista is destroyed. Without its covering fire, retaliation shall be difficult.
But the Jade Chamber is our last line of defense. We can't give another inch, no matter what.
I have another idea.
What do you mean, Lady Ningguang?
I'll sacrifice the Jade Chamber.
What is the meaning of this?
I understand.
Traveler, lend me a hand. Farewell, old friend. Goodbye for now. Let us meet again in the future.
Wow. Ma nuôi da gà.
Is it finally over?
The ominous aura of that monster has indeed the effects of the sigil of permit. It will be some time before the overlord of the vortex can make any waves again.
We are indebted to you for your assistance. If the Adepti hadn't happened to be here, the future of Liyue Harbor...
Save your flattery. We didn't just happen to be here.
Come now. There's no need for such harsh words, Cloud Retainer. I've heard that when Ningguang began learning to do business, she had already started at first. It was only the size of a small room, but with continued expansion, it is a testament to Ningguang's entire life, both as a businesswoman and as the backbone of the Liyue Qixing. Seeing the Jade Chamber destroyed in the defense of Liyue means much to her.
Well, I was really hoping you would say that. Thank you all for hearing me out. We know very well why the 3,700 years. According to our, even to this very day, Liyue and its but that does not mean that the Liyue of today is the same city as it was all those years ago. Do not merely cast your protective gaze upon the land.
Are you questioning our means of protecting Liyue?
I mean no offense. I simply hope that our Adepti forebears would see Liyue in a new light.
Forebears, you say?
This morning, Rex Lapis appeared.
What?
In the dream, I yearned to tell him that we Qixing, though mortal, are equally bound to the contract. I also thought to tell him how the past generations, but I dared not speak. I could only...
Oh, Ningguang.
Yet another perspective. What are you...
Right. That's something that happened in Mondstadt. The Animal Archon sought to quell the strife between the two sides, because he believed...
Each of the 7 nations has its own scars from the past.
Though your point is the very height of simplicity. As Adepti, we've become a laughingstock, to be
All right, all right. Didn't Ningguang suggest that we should focus on the city and each of its...
I apologize for appearing in full armor. I am afraid I cannot show...
And who are you?
I am Feng Yan, a sergeant of the Millilith. I thought this battle would perhaps be my last. But thanks to the aid of the... Although I am a mere mortal soldier, I promise to hold...
Huh? Why does everyone look...
Weren't you...
I wasn't afraid. All the strong Millilith guards were there, and those powerful heroes with their When danger is near, everyone always protects me. And the rest of the time, they make thanks for protecting Liyue Harbor.
Unfortunately, we wouldn't be able to participate.
Huh?
Because we are Adepti.
Oh, okay.
You see, this is what Liyue is like today. The country of contracts is grateful to the Adepti, although their blood is weak. The time of contracts between gods and Liyue has long since passed.
Seeing the port around us now, it is hard not to feel a bit out of place.
Your line of inquiry is askew. One did not spearhead this expedition.
Seems like the Adepti have had a chance.
Let us return now.
Eager to leave, conqueror of demons.
Yes, one understands what the conqueror of demons means. One fears that by the time one finally grasps the new contracts of Liyue, you humans would have once again changed. Fair enough.
Since we Adepti have consensus, but how will we ensure that the Liyue Chising will not simply...
All right, Mooncarver, you needn't worry. It seems to me that this right of supervision...
Looks like the conflict between human... Oh, right! It's nice that we've got peace. Child wanted to unleash the god so he could lure Rex Lapis out. But we were able to handle the Overlord of the Vortex on our... Oh, and speaking of that, don't we still need to get to the bottom of that Archon's death, too? Hyman doesn't get it. But isn't the strongest lead we have the Adeptilus right of parting?
Chơi
Now
phải
we're
con má giống như bà gì tao chơi con nhà
Lùn hí. Hí hí hí.
Cả là mày phải bắt buộc là ngày nào mày cũng phải cho nó ăn quả trứng gà á mày.
Is there anything I can do for you?
We've come to see Zhongli.
Unfortunately, Zhongli isn't here at the moment.
Doesn't the Northland Bank belong? Last time we saw Zhongli was... Do you think he doesn't know about the attack on Liyue? We had better go and...
You call this cooperation between Harbingers? Cooperation involves communication, you know.
Don't take it to heart, child. Besides, aren't you happy that you got to skip the formalities? Oh, it seems that some...
Hey, it's Zhongli and Child. And...
It's you two. I believe we've met once before. In the city of... Ah, right. I imagine that it must have been rather hard to forget watching helpless...
No, don't let her get to you. You've yet to gather the powers of all 7 elements. So it might be best to keep things peaceful.
Well, if it isn't you two, this is our first time...
I knew that we should never have...
Oh, now don't say that. Sure, I may have misled you, but I know... Besides, I thought we were getting along quite well together, didn't you? Nothing personal. We just have different views, that's all. The real deceivers here are Senora and Zhongli. Curse them for leading me on. So actually, I...
Stop wasting time, child. There'll be plenty of time to chat once I'm through here.
Má nhìn cặp... Má nhìn qua tâm hồn kìa.
You remember the agreement, Morax. Now...
What in the world are you...
The contract is fulfilled.
How sanctimonious.
What? No, wait! That's an exciting twist and all, but why give the...
I do not give it for free. I give it as agreed upon in the contract.
Yeah, you don't think you went a little bit too far with that whole fake death thing? Everyone was preparing the ceremony for you and...
Gathering all the forces that had been bubbling behind the scenes. And then...
Wait, what?
Perhaps it's best that I explain. As you know, I've dwelt upon this world for more than 6,000 years.
Even boulders that can withstand whirlpools will erode with the passing of time. Until one drizzly day, as I was strolling along the harbor, I heard a merchant tell one of his workers. I stood motionless among the crowd.
Oh, Zhongli.
But as I began to consider relinquishing my divine role, was Liyue the city I had dwelt in for so long? So I feigned my own death and gathered the... That's right. Which is why I continued to safeguard the Gnosis until...
So you mean that if the chaos ever reached the point of no return, you would simply appear and use your...
Of course. And it would have been all too easy for him, too. Just as a child quickly matures after losing their parents, so has Liyue matured when faced with the death of its deity.
I was... The Adepti deserved, and hats off to the... All the while, I carried up. These things were all I had expected them to do no more than they seized the opportunity to supplant Liyue's...
Huh? That doesn't sound good at all.
On the contrary, I think it is excellent. I had always feared that it was too soon for...
Hey, what about me? Doesn't anyone feel the least bit of remorse for...
I think that thanks would be more appropriate. You certainly played no small... If you hadn't created the pressure of a battle between mortals, Adepti, and a god, the lump of coal resting in the hands of the
Huh? Just whose side are you on, mocking me like that? Are you itching for a fight? Hey, haven't you learned the Liyue saying, don't always call it as you see it?
Well then, with the Gnosis in my possession...
Fine. I'll meet you there later. I'm not sharing a boat with the likes of you.
Do as you wish.
Now then, is there anything else you wish to...
Right! As Zhongli always told us, a good trip...
Realistically speaking, there is no such thing.
Huh?
However, I am the god of contracts. For thousands of years, I have made countless... My agreement with the Cryo-Archon will be the last of my contracts as the Geo-Archon. As for the bargaining chip that the Tsaritsa used to balance the scales, uncover that answer for yourself in your future journey.
Today's the day of the rite of parting. Although the star of the show is fake, we spent so much time trying to organize it, it would be a real shame not to go there now.
You know that god from the ocean couldn't have just shown up out of no...
Yes, and to think...
Say, do you think...
Now that you mention it, I mean, it all fits together. Still, what sort of super...
Ah, forget it. Guessing's no use to us.
So Rex Lapis is real. Oh, come on. Do you think that the assassin could have been a normal person? You know, there's only one real possibility in my mind. I've heard that the Fatui... They certainly... Shh! Lower your voice. If the Fatui catch you in their sights...
Hear ye all! Though a dragon soars ageless as the mountains, gods and Adepti live glorious lives. But both light and shadow have their rumors and hearsay abound on the streets that Rex Lapis was murdered. Having been thwarted in his trial, Rex Lapis's soul has recouped the celestial heights,
Đồ mới
nor
đọc
are
thơ
they
kìa.
to believe
Thôi
street-born
thôi thôi
rumors or indulge in baseless speculation.
Paimon needs a translation. So that something feels off. Why would the cheesing or did Zhongli tell exactly right? Ooh, see. Let's dance. Look, it's Ningguang and Kuching. Are they saying something?
As said previous,
3,700 years.
we, the people of Liyue, were indeed prosperous.
The long, unending dream.
Now that we have awoken from our dream, will you stand with us as we...
So concludes the words of Her Eminence. Does Her Eminence the Yuheng have anything to add?
Huh? Is she looking?
Traveler.
Yikes! She really is looking our way.
Is that the traveler who they say defeated the ancient god?
So young. The Liyue Qixing always repay their debts. Name your price.
Whoa.
Well, could you help me put up some missing person posters?
Ủa giờ này mới nói kìa. Giờ này mới nói, alo.
Let the show begin.
Perhaps moment.
As for the...
And to think I'd put... But it seems as if... Well, that's fine.
Hey, Zhongli, look at this. Everyone in Liyue is caught up in their emotions, and here you are looking all relaxed.
Why would I not feel more at ease after laying down the burden I have borne for 3,007? Right. If the two of you...
Ha! That sounds like big talk, Zhongli. Paimon might have believed you if you were treating
You're right. I do like the Mora. As the Rex Lapis Morax, I can easily create Mora. But since I have chosen to walk this... When I was journeying with you, though I still had the Gnosis in hand...
Oh, no wonder. Paimon gets it now. You didn't look at the price tags when we were spending because you've never had to. But since you weren't used to not being able to just make more Mora as and when you wanted to...
Well, we were only spending Fatui money. In the City of Commerce, we do not merely exchange money or goods. The Archon Morax could never experience life as... I will treasure the memories that I made as Zhongli. That is true.
Paimon thinks that we should make a move and continue our search.
I fear that continuing your journey may be difficult. The Electro-Archon Ball. And just as the people of...
Paimon thinks we've heard that one before. Raiden?
That is the case. And since Raiden is also the shogun of the Inazuma Bakufu, people call her the right...
That said, though people at the wharf were saying that the situation in Inazuma is very tense, Paimon doesn't remember that always being the case. Zhongli, since you're Rex Lapis, shouldn't you know...
It's because of visions.
Visions?
When faced with circumstances beyond their control, humans often bemoan their lack of power. But if a person shows true strength of will at a desperate and fateful moment in their life, the gods will look upon them with... This is what visions are. Magical foci bestowed upon those who have been acknowledged by the god.
Uh-huh. That's how people in Teyvat see it.
But starting from last year, the Raiden Shogun began promulgating the
Vision Hunt Decree?
Yes. It was an order to seize all visions within Inazuma's border.
They want to seize visions. But why? Aren't visions blessings from the gods?
I should think that in the Raiden Shogun's eyes, it is precisely because they are divine blessings.
Whoa, that's harsh.
The Anemo Archon is the god of freedom, and the Geo Archon is the god of contracts. For her part, the Raiden Shogun is the god of eternity. It seems as though she has finally decided to... The fact that even I, the oldest of the seven, have now passed away. Knowing her, she must have again quoted that adage she is most fond of, when 7 ideals for 7 gods, and of these, eternity is nearest unto heaven. All right then. Was there anything else you wish? Ah, that said, the reason why the Chising were so eager to resolve the incident and stop pursuing the culprit was indeed because they received news in secret. I hinted as much to the Adepti as well. How did I accomplish that, you ask? All right then. Was there anything?
Yeah, about that. Before the Chising made their announcement, we listened to a lot of people talking on the way. Most of them put the blame for everything on Child.
These are indeed false accusations. But it remains undeniably true that Child did send people to the Jade Chamber to prevent the Adepti. I've heard that Ningguang is busy milking that for all it's worth on the foreign relations front at the moment. Those poor Snezhnayan diplomats. If it were not for Child's exalted position as a harbinger, I'm certain that they would have shifted all the blame to him. All right then. Was there anything... The time of the Adepti has long passed. If even the Leo... Kuching is absolutely right in saying this. Now, though I did laud Ningguang's desire for power, believing this to be a good thing, and thought as a matter of course that she must have been... Could the original person who brought up the... All right then. Was there anything...
That's right. Zhongli, now that you don't have your... Since Morax is dead... Also, isn't the Golden House the only mint in the entire
The Mora present now will not vanish. But the Golden House will indeed have to cease operations for a lengthy period of time.
This is terrible.
Yes, this is indeed a major... Well, I suppose we'll...
Then, did you at least set some private funds aside for yourself?
Oh, a private fund. It's a shame.
What's a shame?
It's a shame that I didn't think of it at the time. All right then. Was there anything else you... Well then, I suppose you'll have to find a way to get inside this closed nation.
Một hai ba phòng 12. Con này thì nham cũng được. Phòng có quá trời phòng. Nham, ba nham, 3 băng, 3 điện, 4 lửa. Hợp lý. 1 nước.
If you ever want to trade tactics.
Oh, protect us!
Quá trời với chấm than luôn. nhiệm vụ làm lần rồi cho khỏe. Ok nhớ.
Jewelry's out of stock, but we have.
I should open the store.
Tiểu An, GIG, Giao.
A copy of each invoice is sent to the Ministry of... A copy of each invoice is sent to the Ministry of Civil Affairs.